All I want to do for black people is to teach them how to think. Because there's a possibility that I'm wrong too. I tell people this all the time. I don't know if what I know is the truth, but I know that shit they taught black folks is a motherfucking lie. If you really knew the things that I hate and the people that I hate is the people that black people love the most. Can I say it?
Say it.
I don't like preachers and politicians. There's a few preachers that I like and I think they're cool. But think about this. We got the form of Christianity that we have in America right now from the people that hated us the most. They didn't want you on earth. Why would they give you the key to heaven? They didn't want your black ass right here. Why would they take you wherever they at? That's lie. And have white people ever acted like Jesus? They've never acted like Jesus. Where was all that shit when we were slaves?
What up? What's going on, y'all? I want to give my thoughts on this video that I seen on World Star Hip Hop. Former rapper David Banner, as a lot of you guys know, has been on this truth journey for a while. Okay, he's been on some wisdom type talk. I want to give a quick disclaimer. A lot of times when it comes to celebrities, rappers, actors, entertainers, social media influencers, all of these guys, I really take what people say with a grain of salt. I don't trust a lot of these people. I think a lot of these people have been put on to deceive a lot of people, so I want to make that very clear before I start. But some of the things I want to get into in this particular video, it looks like he was on a podcast with Girl Stop Playing, and he said some things that I kind of want to at least dive into to give my opinions and kind of critique some of the things that he's saying, you know, whether I agree or disagree with it. If you guys like this type of content, feel free to check in, hit the like button. I'm going to welcome everybody back. Much love, peace, blessings, and everything in between to everybody listening to the sound of my voice. If you disagree, put your thoughts in the comment sections. Be very respectful. Really appreciate it. And if you like this type of content, man, feel free to subscribe, man. But it looks like David Banner is going in on certain things that I think a lot of people think nowadays, where you have a lot of preachers, politicians, and religious leaders that a lot of times are deceiving the people, that are leading the people astray, leading the people wrong. And I think he's kind of, you know, getting into that on this video, where he's kind of ranting a little bit and just kind of giving his thoughts. And one of the things he said was about how religion hasn't really helped our people in the past with, you know, being conquered, being enslaved. And also the whole situation with, you know, how religion puts a lot of fear in people's heart, you know, to believe that they're going to go to hell. And it kind of, in a sense, you know, puts some of the, how can I say, it takes away some of the power, you know what I'm saying, that you have to make changes and things of that nature. So I want to kind of get into some of the interview. You guys seen like the first 50 seconds, and I think I want to kind of get into right around here. So let's see what he's talking about.
It's because a lot of people don't want the truth.
Facts.
You know, a lot of people who, like a lot of white liberals, a lot of so-called black progressive people, they don't really want black people to be free. They just don't want to see us dying on TV and on cameras. Like, the real truth is black America is waiting for rich black folks to help them. They not. They got their money with us thinking exactly the way that we think now. We have no financial literacy. We have no spiritual literacy. And so we spend all our money and we give all the money to everybody outside of our community.
Now, that's facts. I agree with that. Let me give him a round of applause for that. A lot of the stuff that we go through as a people, a lot of the issues that we run into, a lot of it has to do with our mindset. Okay, now I'm not blaming us specifically, because I understand that we have been put in positions and we do have a certain type of condition that's unique to us that was brought upon us by other people. So I understand that as much as that goes. But we do have to change our mindset if we want to get better. Anything, you know, that anybody does in the world has to come from, you know, whether it's positive or negative, has to come from the mind. So if we want to get better, we want to get stronger as a people, we want to move up in society, we tired of being on the bottom, we have to change the way we think. And I think a lot of times our people are lazy thinkers. We don't think the way we're supposed to in order to make the changes. And I think in that sense, David Banner is telling the truth. A lot of the celebrities and rappers that we look up to, they're not going to reach back. They're not going to help us as a whole. They may reach back and help a few people here and there. They might give out some backpacks. They might give out some turkeys on Thanksgiving. But for the most part, We got to change our own minds and we got to change our own lives. So,
like, if we start waking up and we really become conscious, then we're going to start loving ourselves and start realizing that they've been lying to us all the time. One of the greatest things one of the worst things that's happened to me is when I truly started becoming conscious, it was the worst depression that I ever had in my life. Because think about this, Cole. And I tell people this all the time and they laugh. I say, I don't blame people for not listening to me. They tell black people you're going to hell forever, ever, ever. So, would you listen to David Banner, black ass, or risk going to hell? Fuck David Banner, and I'm David Banner. I don't blame you for not listening to me, but that shit a lie. There ain't no fucking hell. Like, God know exactly the situations that we're in. We have lessons to learn, but even the fact that we think there's a devil. If you think God is omnipotent, duality is a fucking lie. If God created the devil, why would you even speak of the devil, even if the devil fucking existed? See, the reason why they give you the devil is because you'll never admit that you the fucking devil.
So in my opinion on that, where I understand the point that he's making, and when it comes down to one of the things I notice when it comes to religion or the Bible, and that I have discrepancies with, is that I understand, and a lot of people understand, that in the beginning when God created the heavens, the earth, and everything in it, even when you go back to the prophets and you look at how he dealt with the prophets of the children of Israel, he always gave us a choice. He always gave us an option, whether we can do what's right, we can do what's righteous and what's good, and we can be blessed and have a great outcome. On the contrary, you can do what you want to do, you can be disobedient, you can do what's wrong, and then you can be cursed. So a lot of times, people understand in the Old Testament and the old way of doing things is that there was one creator that watches over everything, and he gives us a choice whether we make, the good decision or the bad decision is up to us. And then when you move to the New Testament, where you have a whole new way of looking at things, in my opinion, I think is wrong, but you have a whole new way of looking at things to where now you have this son of the creator, and then you have this devil that everybody's supposed to be mad at. And if you just believe, you can get away from the devil, you can have everlasting life and all of this. And I think the point that he's making is that he's going back to the old way that the Most High God, the creator of all things, has always had things, because he doesn't change. And he gave us the option. God gave his people the option to do good and be blessed, or do bad and be cursed. So as far as all this, there's a devil that's out to get us and all of that. I think at the end of the day, although we all pretty much have, had different hands dealt to us, the laws of nature and the laws of God still pretty much stand. So we all have that option to do what's right and be blessed, or we can do wrong and be cursed. And I think that's just kind of the way it goes. And what David Banner is getting at in this particular video is that he wants our people to start to think a little bit more and stop being so reactive to everything, be a little bit more proactive, and understand that what we do is going to reflect on us. Okay, it gets back to us. We got to be responsible for what we do. We got to be responsible for our actions, and we can't keep sitting in a poverty mindset and think that our rappers, athletes, and entertainers are going to get us out of the conditions that we in, and it's not going to. So in my opinion, I think that's what he's getting at in this particular situation. And a lot of people agree with him, some people disagree with him, but I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel down in the comment section. Do you believe what David Banner is saying is true? Do you think I have a decent outlook on what he's trying to say? Let me know in the comments.
So if you blame it on an outside entity, something outside of yourself, then you would never fix you. When I fixed me, my life changed. It wasn't no fucking devil. It ain't these crackers. It ain't none of that shit. It's me. I'm the problem. And even if it is somebody else, why would they stop? Why would they take their foot out your ass and they benefit from you being fucked up?
Exactly. Every situation that I've ever been in my life, it was me that put myself there. And I think that's the point that David Banner is making, is that a lot of times we want to blame outside sources so much, and we don't look in the mirror. We don't look at the things that we actually can control. I always tell people, when you pray, ask the creator to control the things that you can't control. But for the most part, we got to drive our own vehicle. We got to have our hands on a wheel, and we got to control it the best we can. And what we can't control, we let the higher power control that. So I think what he's basically getting at is true. You know what I'm saying? So
it's you the devil. So until you realize that you the fucking problem, you dude, you're the fucking devil.
Facts. I like that. It's called accountability. Now, like I said, I don't agree with everything this guy says. I don't endorse everything he say. But at the end of the day, I can't get mad when somebody says something that I believe to be the truth. And it is very important that we look after ourselves. We be accountable for our decision making. Every situation that I've ever been in was my fault. And whether it's good, I get the credit for it. Whether it was bad, I take the blame for it. It's kind of my fault. And I think if more people take that type of mindset to where, you know, stop blaming others and let's try to, you know, put a little bit more of that responsibility on ourselves and be accountable and understand that if we want to go be great, we can go and make the decision to go be great. If we want to be in poverty and we want to be cursed, we choose, you know, to stay cursed. That's on us. So that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. Much love, peace, and blessings to everybody checking into the video. This your boy Get a Mic. I'll holler at y'all in the next video.